Engage.
I just got done watching an episode of Star Trek.
No, my camera's fucked.
Oh, what'd you do, Kevin?
What's wrong with it?
All right, cancel the show.
All right.
Yeah, Kevin,
See
you
y'all
remember
next
when
week.
we just said no mistakes?
Oh, speaking of show, I didn't think I was gonna get home last night after I left your show, Alex and Des,
Why?
Yeah.
because I got down to Columbia Parkway and I was getting ready to turn left, and I saw all these cops like on the road, like at random intervals on my way there. And then, so I was like, that's weird. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to turn left when this light changes. So the light changes, and then the cop zips out from behind me, cuts into the intersection, and starts directing everybody the opposite direction. So
Oh my god.
I'm like, I don't know. Like, if I would have got here 5 seconds earlier, would I have gotten further down the road and been okay, or would I have to turn around? So then I had to go back to the city, and then there was a deer running around on the 4-lane road there, and like all the traffic was stopped.
You just had to go hunt that deer real quick.
Man, I was gonna get out. I don't know what I would have done, but 4 lanes of traffic, and like the deer was acting really weird, so I didn't want to get bit and turn into a deer zombie.
Yeah.
Classic,
then I-
classics deer zombie.
Well, and then I end up getting across the river, and I'm getting onto the highway finally, because we had the bridge, fire in Cincy recently. So
I heard about that.
yeah, so I didn't know if it was open or not, but I ended up getting on the highway, and then I saw a mass of police cars and fire trucks, and I was like, I'm screwed. I'm never gonna get home. Thankfully,
Yeah.
like as I got closer and I was reaching that point where I was gonna like take the exit to get off or stay on, I saw that it was on the other side of the highway. So after that, I was like scot-free, but it was a little nerve-wracking for a while there, whether I would make it home or not.
Yeah. That's I don't think that's what was affecting us at all. I think we went the opposite way. But our normal exit was also closed with a bunch of cops and stuff, but
It's weird.
because they're doing construction, at least where it affects us.
Oh wait,
it was
they were.
closed again
It was
today.
construction is why they were there.
I think so. That they've done it a handful of times in the last few months, so
I don't know. It was just weird to see those cops lined up and down the road like that. And then when I almost was home, I saw low flying aircraft, and I'm like, all right, I just need to get home. Put my head under the pillow and hide forever.
it's like the zombie apocalypse
Oh, it
started
was-
that night.
I mean, the deer, because they had the deer zombie virus.
Deer
here.
zombies.
like that was an actual thing that they reported like a couple of years ago. And so like
Oh, did they really? Wait,
yeah, like deer's
I do-
acting strangely, and they were calling it like the deer zombie virus. So I'm like, and this deer's walking around like
Yeah.
something's coming out of its mouth. I'm like, I'm not getting bit.
Did they find out what happened with the fire? Like, why did the bridge catch fire?
It was supposedly like, well, I heard two things. I heard there was a car under it that it like exploded or something, but then I think the official report was there's some electrical boxes underneath that arced and set fire. Yeah, it was crazy big fire though.
Yeah, it was.
Dang.
Oh man.
Well, any other zombie apocalypse scares? Anyone?
No.
Thankfully,
So I saw this deer.
And it bit me on the ass.
Oh no, Eric, it's coming through your door.
no.
Now is not a great time for me to double check to make sure that all of our name tags are correct. Now that we're 5 minutes in.
They look fine here.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're good. We're good.
Well, if they're not
All right.
correct, then we have to pretend like the person were labeled.
There you go.
Oh no.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm gonna change Chris's to Nosferatu. All right. So Starfinder, ready
Yeah.
to do the final boss fight?
We hope.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Everyone, don't speak at once. So, who wants to do a recap? I guess of the last episode.
I'm told that I'm not supposed to do that because I need to hear what the players found out or learned.
Oh, did your DM school or GM school tell you that?
Yeah, somebody told me that. I think there's actually a guy, like a guy from South Africa, how to be a great game master. He had a video about that a long time ago. Because you never know, like you hear what your players interpreted because you have complete knowledge as the GM, and so you don't know what you actually communicated, and plus there's the risk of you just giving away information that wasn't actually discovered.
Right.
That's fair.
I think I remember what we did last time.
I believe in you.
Okay. If anyone wants to help fill in some gaps, please do. Okay, so last time, I don't remember exactly where we started last episode, but I know that we eventually made it onto the bridge, and we had to fight. What was the critter's name called? The creature.
On the bridge?
Yeah.
That was a haunt.
It was
a haunt.
yeah, a
Yes.
Yeah.
We fought the haunt, and the ghost of the ship's captain appeared in the middle of the console on the bridge, and luckily Hector was able to talk to her and communicate with her and calm her down enough to get some info from her, which helped us to dispel the haunt. And then we were able to ask her what happened on the ship, and she said that there was a creature that they accidentally got on board, and it killed the crew. And she's worried when it killed her, it got part of her captain's psychic link control with the ship, so it knows what's going on the ship and has partial control of the ship at least. And then we asked her how we could stop the creature from surviving to the planet that the ship is still careening towards, because we have no way of effectively stopping or changing the ship's course in time to prevent that. And she gave us the recommendation that we grab fuel rods from the reactor core, put them into the cannons on the top of the ship, and then she will remote trigger the cannons to fire, which will spread radiation through the ship, killing the creature and any of us who don't get off in time. So we made our way up on top of the ship. We started loading fuel rods into the first cannon, and just when we were getting ready to move to the second cannon of 4, the creature showed up near the edge of the ship, and we got see you next time.
So that's
was
pretty
the
thorough.
most efficient. That was awesome.
It wasn't a door?
It wasn't a door.
I mean, we could do that. Bring in like the Twilight Zone door floating in space.
It just floats by. Next time it'll be the TARDIS door flying past.
I gotta up my door game. All right, yeah, that was pretty thorough. So yeah, before we get started into this though, I was trying to look this up before we got started. So I know surprise rounds are different in this. And I'm hoping, Kevin, that you remember, because I could not find where I read it. But essentially, there's no surprise round type thing. It's like just you act in a normal round and you act before everybody else type thing. I believe, Kevin, because your character is the only one that was actually able to perceive this creature running towards you. So I think we just start a normal round and our characters go first. And then I don't know if whether or not we get into a regular round after that and start again, or if it just continues. Do you remember anything about this?
Not in the slightest.
Okay. Well, then we're just going to do it this way. Because I just could not find it at all. So you actually were the only one who was able to perceive this. And so you're actually going to go before. You see this creature running towards you up the hall. and it's getting ready to strike in your direction. So we need to go ahead and get into initiative order. I don't remember what everybody rolled except for Rick. So I guess we can just re-roll our initiative checks again using whatever activity that you were doing, whether it was stealthing or looking around or whatever it is. And we can go ahead and just roll those and jump right into initiative.
I feel like Mardella and Borfo were a little bit further behind, right? So aren't we just like climbing up, or did we make it?
You were actually, according to where I'm looking at, in a position about midway up the ladder. So I feel like you could see just barely what was going on the other side of the ship.
Okay, so what would we be using then, like for us?
Well, Alex pointed out last week that I forgot to ask what kind of exploration that you were doing, so I kind of left it up to you to determine. So again, if you just want to determine what you guys were doing last week, then use that as your initiative modifier.
Oh my god!
I mean, I think I was just.
I actually have yours, Kevin. I wrote it down because you exceeded the check, which was 30. Because your character is perceiving.
You give me 22 minutes and 5 seconds. I can watch the video on surprise.
That's fine. We'll just my recollection is that you just do a normal combat round, and the people that were aware of each other act first.
Well,
Actually,
so I do.
It's a 2-minute
section.
Yeah. So just give me 2 minutes, and
okay.
You continue talking, Alex.
Okay. So
I can go ahead and take initiative rolls if you'd like, or if you had something that you were trying to point out, Alex, that's fine too.
I was just gonna say, I remember last week saying that Borfo was like trying to use the foliage of the ship as like cover so that he could hide.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling with my stealth, which coincidentally is also what Borfo is best at. But I got a 33.
Okay. All right, Borfo 33, and Mardella.
I think I'm just gonna say I was I was using my athletics, right? Because that's what I was. Yeah. So if that's the case, that is a 30.
Okay. And let's see, I can't remember. I got it. Hector.
I think. Oh boy.
Hector.
I think I'm gonna do fortitude. Because Hector was loading in those fuel rods and had the whole we did the check for the radiation exposure last time, so I know that was, I think that's technically before I started loading the rods, but
Well, fortitude's going to give you a pretty low bonus. Oh no, wait, that's right. They changed these. Okay, yeah. So go ahead. Yeah, do that.
yeah.
I'm used to fortitudes and all that stuff being like +3, +4.
Right. I got a 20.
20. Okay. And then we're just waiting for Rick the Brick.
So since we're waiting for Rick the Brick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, I think I figured it out. So, to start this, first of all, is I would assume this creature rolled stealth. Is that what happened?
Yes.
So it rolled stealth. So it uses that stealth score as its initiative, and then everyone rolled except for Borfo rolled perception to perceive him.
Yes.
So those are our initiatives. So there's no surprise round because you use the perception and stealth as your initiative. So if obviously in first edition you would use those perceptions and stealth to determine whether you're in the surprise round, but In this, it just determines where you are in that first round. Or where you are in initiative, I should say.
Okay. Since we don't have those numbers.
Well, they were lower than whatever it rolled, so...
Right. So I'm going to go ahead and put Rick and this creature up first, and then we'll just use the numbers that you guys just rolled as your initiative order.
Okay.
But so then we just progress in a normal round.
Correct.
Is the answer. Okay. So let me go ahead and reorder this.
How do I make this at all visually make sense? Because this is just on the map is just we just see we're on the top of the ship, right?
Yes. So you're trying to ignore the fact that the rooms below. The only thing that's on top of the ship at this point are the leaf fronds to the left and the right of the ship, maybe the engine sticking out, the ladders, and then those 4 guns that you guys are working on. Everything else underneath is just gray metal hull.
Okay, so first of all, I believe both me and Hector have like initiative skill things to do, correct?
Special abilities?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I have warning signal, I believe is what it's called. Or warning spray, I'm sorry.
Ugh.
So I'm going to ask for a reflex save.
Okay.
Ooh,
Reflex
I have
save.
the DCs now.
Reflex. Jeez. Cheese and rice, man. 31.
Oh, geez, that's a success. On a normal success, something happens. I'm pretty sure. I actually no, never mind. A affected area who fail their save against your attack becomes suppressed. Okay, so then he's good.
Okay. And then Borfo has a special ability?
Not Borfo, Hector.
Okay. Hector, sorry.
Wait, Borfo,
Yeah,
do you have
whenever-
something?
At the start of combat stuff?
Yeah, no, yours is when it like takes an action, right?
Yeah, when it's in my range and it takes, like, basically any kind of action, I can
Yeah, but
Borfo it.
is that the size of that creature correct? Is it large?
Yep, I just checked. Okay, I will note, it does make note of this. So everything on the ship is at the same level except for the bridge. That is 20 feet lower than the place where everybody else is currently. So if there's no more pre-turn stuff, we have Rick. You notice this large creature running up, and I don't know how you did. You're in the vacuum of space. There's no sound. You just happen to catch movement or something, and it's beginning to run up towards you, and you see it to the left, the starboard side, hopping up these leaf fronds, getting ready to strike.
Bang!
Was there something you were gonna say, Eric? I'm sorry. Like, I feel like you got cut off.
you got your thing to do. But
Yeah,
it's really
I do
far
have
away.
my initiative trip thing. I haven't really used it yet, but for the sake of completion, when I
you're over
roll
here.
initiative, my quantum pulse engages, which allows me to activate my quantum field.
Mm-hmm.
So warp reality, and I'm gonna have that activate right on top of me, so that I'm inside my warped reality bubble.
What does that do again?
So warped reality is a 15-foot radius quantum field, and it appears in a 15-foot burst in 100 feet of me until my turn ends, and affects any creature I choose. So, I can read the longer description if you want, but basically it just lets me use my warped reality ability, point that I designate, and I designate on myself.
All right. So I think I'm going to do an area fire attack. with my, because when we came out here, I pulled out my stellar cannon. Advanced stellar cannon, to be exact. And I'm going to, excuse me. I'm going to take a shot. So I found out that it makes a reflex save, and then I can, as a second action or something, or no.
As a second action, you get to take 4 actions.
Oh, when making an area attack, make an additional ranged attack versus one creature. There's only one creature, so I need it to make a reflex save.
Okay. Reflex. Where's my reflex? Doesn't matter how many times you look at these stupid things. Okay, so that is 30.
That's a pass, so this will be half damage. Half of this. This is 12. 12 divided by, so 6 damage is piercing.
Okay. So piercing fire damage.
Piercing.
Oh, I thought you said fire. Okay, so this attack is
I
just.
was looking, yeah, I looked at my flamethrower for a second and then I corrected myself.
Okay, so it was a total of 6.
Total of 6, and then for my primary target attack, I make the attack roll. That's not good. That is a 16 against your AC.
Okay.
I
That is a
assume
miss.
Miss. Yes.
Yeah.
And then my third action. What am I gonna do with my third action? Build a barricade. I'm gonna
Okay.
be like, pull some of these leaves off and like use it as like cover. It says, one action, you hastily create a barricade using nearby items, junk, or debris. This barricade provides lesser cover for you and one other ally.
Yeah.
Though
I love the visual of just peeling up leaves and stuff.
Though you can take cover to increase this benefit to standard cover. The barricade is flimsy and falls apart at the end of your next turn. There isn't normally enough material for you to build a second barricade in the same space unless you've in a particularly cluttered area as per the GM's discretion. A lesser cover is +1, I believe.
I actually have that right here. Let me look. Lesser cover is +1 to AC, and you cannot use it to
I am
hide.
so smart. And then standard is +2, I assume.
Yes. +2 to AC, reflex, and stealth.
I am so smart. All right, and that is what I do.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, you take the shot, and it hits the creature, and not made of iron, but kind of like, when Iron Man gets hit by a bullet or something. It's kind of like the sense that you get off this thing. You hit it. It seems mildly hurt, but otherwise, like, it just reflected off.
Uh-oh.
So you get the sense that you hurt it, but not as
Not
severely as
very
you might like.
much.
Yes. Okay. So good opening round, starting with the offense and laying down some defense. And let's see, so then it is the creature's turn, which is going to run straight towards you as it like looks back and almost maybe grinning a little bit. Okay, let's see, 5, 10, 15.
Weird teeth that's got all over the
20.
place.
Yeah, did we
Can you blow that up?
blow this up again?
Oh wow, it's perfect.
Ribs sticking out of his chest.
Yes, like its rib cage was put in backwards, so I don't know.
Hate that
I don't know
so
what it is.
much.
It's so weird.
So is that like a big tender spot for him then? Like, should we aim for that cavity?
That's something that perhaps you could find out.
with a knowledge check.
Yes. Okay, so the creature moves up and it's going to strike at you with its claws. It's going to reach out, on the end of it, instead of having like 5 appendages or whatever, it's just got 2 massive claws. Like think of like Ninja Turtles, except they're stretched out and elongated. And he's going to strike for you with those.
I got a barricade. I drew a barricade in front of me.
Okay. So you remember your bonus to your AC. That's going to be
+1.
24
Damn.
with the claws. Actually, yeah, 24.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. So strikes over and does, let's see here, 12 slashing damage. And then it's going to,
With its third action.
with its third action, it's going to whip its tail around at you. And it's going to strike. That is a total of 28. This is not the time of day for math. 28.
Oh, that's right. I'm clumsy and off guard right now. Right? We're
Oh,
all
yeah.
clumsy and off guard.
Are you
We're in
untethered?
space.
Are you considered untethered?
I have no
you
idea.
are not, because you had mag boots.
He has his mag boots. The rest of us don't.
I have a gravity harness,
Yes.
which prevents me from being some of those things.
Under
Come
gravity.
on. Here Labs is being a bud.
Yeah.
Well, teach Hero Labs a lesson.
Okay. So, yeah, you're fine because you got the mag boots. So with that tail
Hold
attack,
on. You said the other one was a 24?
it was a
The first roll?
28. The first one was a 24.
Oh, that was my AC.
Even like with the
Damn.
cover and everything.
Yeah, with
Okay.
the cover, my AC is a 24.
Okay.
Without me being clumsy or off guard.
So yeah, so that was 12 points of slashing damage. And then the second attack was a
Are they
28.
slashing?
Splashing?
That's what I heard.
Slashing. I may have said
yeah,
splashing.
the 28 is definitely a hit.
All right,
Just
so
take
this
the -5 on that second attack, right?
Oh yeah, that is correct. But actually, in this case, he seems extremely agile. No, not with this. There's so many things on here. Okay, so no, that is a -5, so that's 23. That is a miss. All right, but in the process, destroys your cover. I don't know, flavor-wise, but it's still there.
I mean,
but-
it's gonna dig it. It's gonna go away after this turn anyway. But legit, that +1, that's safety.
It did save you. That's what they say. Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, he runs up, strikes at you, gets a hit, but can't get through over the amazing fortress that you built for yourself. And now it's
Right.
Borfo. You can't hear anything, Borfo. You might just glimpse something, or I don't know if anybody's communicating to you, but from your side of the ship, you can barely see what's going on.
Oh, that sucks.
You can see that something's going on. I'm just saying, like it's kind of like off in the distance, obscured a little bit.
Right. And these guns are obstructing view.
I'm not going to say that they really hinder you right now. I mean, later on, if you want to use them for cover or something, that's fine. But for the purposes of seeing what's going on, no.
Well, so one of the things I definitely wanted to do is use an action to give to Trash, so
Okay.
that Trash can help us continue to load the guns.
All right.
So I would like to give Trash an action. I don't remember any of the stats that he had. I don't know if I ever got that.
So he doesn't
so.
actually have stats per se. He just has those handful of actions that he can do. I have to locate again. But he can like open doors and carry stuff, like basic actions.
Yeah.
I will find that for you.
Okay. So I will continue to move to get into position.
Oh, let me have before you do that. I forgot. You you don't have any like mag boots, right?
I have the anti-grav harness.
Okay, and what does that do specifically?
Let me bring that up again. You gain a +1 item bonus to acrobatics checks, and you aren't off guard or clumsy while untethered in 0G. I can activate it to raise or lower the gravity level around me by 1 step.
Okay. Are you considered... So you don't have those clumsy or off guard, but are you still considered untethered?
Well, so I guess.
Okay. So then I need you to make a reflex save first.
That's a 22.
Okay. Yeah, so you're traveling through space, ships moving, kind of bouncing around a little bit, maybe some turbulence. But you are able to like keep yourself steady. So now you can go ahead and proceed with your actions. But yeah, just remember you are in 0G.
Okay. Yeah, well, so I'm gonna continue to move along the length of the ladder to get over to the guns.
Hold on. Unless, so let me go ahead and read this to you, because this is going to take a round or two to really get into this. But if you're untethered, you can't move. So you have to use some other actions here to get yourself in places that you want to go. So as a free action, you can push off of something. You can float up to half your speed in your chosen direction. So unless you have a way to bypass that untethered condition, you're going to have to kind of propel yourself.
Okay, well, I was under the impression that these are ladders going from the airlock up to the gun system.
Yeah.
So is it infeasible for me to walk along
Yeah.
the ladder with my 4 legs?
Yeah, I guess that you can do that. That's a good point. So yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay, is there still like a speed restriction with that, or?
I would say not. We'll go ahead and, as long as
Because
you're
I have
unlocked.
both a regular movement speed and a climbing speed.
Okay. Given kind of gray area for me, like we're in 0G, I mean, I feel like you're slowed in one respect, but you're able to move your normal speed in another. So we'll just say it's a movement speed. You're not actually climbing, really.
Okay. Cool. I get into position there, and then, I already had a gun drawn. Does it seem feasible from this position that I get a better picture of what's going on at the other end of the ship?
Yeah, because now you're kind of like, even though this is all kind of like a level playing field where you are, I feel like this is kind of a higher point. So yeah, you can kind of see clearly.
Okay. I have a movement. I have a gun out. I'm gonna give one action to my robot, so I'll use the last action to just try and take a shot with my my laser rifle. I guess, like, as Borfo's climbing along, getting up into position, he sees this terrible monster, like, leap over and destroy the barricade.
Okay.
So yeah, I will take one shot. That's 32.
Oh, that is definitely a hit.
Okay. That is 13 fire damage.
Okay, 13 fire damage. Let me do the old minus. And you as soon as this creature is hit, it seems to coil back in utter like pain, and it darts its eyes directly in your direction.
That can't be good.
That's great. What are you talking about?
Yeah, for that last, the last action, would just be trash.
Okay.
So,
Here's what it says: a PC can command the drone, single action, and it can be commanded to stride, to interact, to pick up or put down an object, or to interact to open or close a door.
okay. So could I have Trash do a stride action until he's able to get over to the other gun and then retrieve some of the... This would probably be over the course of several turns, but...
Yeah, you can at least get to the gun now, I would say.
Okay. But if I'm remembering correctly, I'm trading in one of my actions to give Trash 2 actions, right?
I think it's just one. Hold on, I just scrolled away from it.
That's okay.
It's in a... what we like to call in the GM world, room A2.
Oh.
Commanding the drone. Okay. A PC who's... okay, you repair it. Once repaired, the drone gains the minion traits. You can command the drone using the comm units. Commanding the drone in this way is a single action. Order... so, no, it looks like you're just giving it one action to do its actions. Stride, interact. So I don't see where you get 2 actions from it.
Okay. I could be making that up. Always a possibility. You said I could get him to the gun, though.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay. That's all on my turns.
Okay.
Taking multiple turns? Jeez.
Yeah.
So selfish. Okay, so next up is Mardella. Mardella, you are tethered to the ship, and you are on the ladder at present?
Yes.
Okay, I need you
I
to
was
give
like
me...
right around where Borfa was.
Okay, I need you to give me a reflex save.
Okay. That'll be an 18.
Okay, yeah. You almost lose your footing here, but you're able to stay on the ladder.
Oh. All right. Well, I'm going to continue up to the top of the ship. And I think I mentioned this last episode, but I never really got a chance to use it, so I would also like to attune as well. Yes. I don't think there's anything special I have to say with that right now.
What does that mean?
I think I mentioned that you can choose to attune as you roll initiative.
Oh shit, you definitely did. Oh, all right. Let's go back in time real quick. I chose to attune earlier. Yeah, so I would like to finish going up the ladder and end up where Trash is, if that is doable.
That works. You survive that reflex
then,
save.
Cool. And then, yeah, I'm attuned, and I think my solar weapon might show up at that point, which is a club. So she's kind of using it as a little bit of a cane, though, to steady herself. But I've got a club now in my hand. I don't think I can do anything from here, so that's it for me right now.
Okay, then it is Hector's turn.
Okay.
Hector, you're not wearing mag
Yeah.
boots.
No.
I need you to make a reflex save.
Okie 19.
19. All right. Yeah. You stumble a little bit, probably at the surprise of this attack, but you were able to stay up. Now, remember, So long as you're on that ladder, you can move. But if you move off that ladder, you're going to be 0G rules.
Gotcha. Well, I think since Hector was working here with the gun, I'm gonna have to use an action to re-equip my pistol. So I'm gonna equip my 0 pistol, and then I'm gonna take a shot at this ugly mug. 19 to hit.
That is a miss.
Oh.
Oh,
Alright. Well, I guess I'll use my last action to take one more shot and hope for the best. Nope, that was an 18. Definitely not the best. So I'm gonna say, since Hector was busy trying to load some of these fuel cells right when this thing kind of ambushed us, he, surprised, almost loses his footing, turns, takes 2 shots, a little unsteady, a little shaken from this thing coming out of the blackness of space out of nowhere, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it for me.
Okay. So Hector, now did you sabotage the guns last time? We were successful in that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we had just sabotaged / loaded the fuel into this gun, and then the creature popped up.
Okay. All right. So now that Hector's taken his turn, you start to see some strange happenings on this ship, and the leaf fronds that are dangling off into space begin to move, and they raise high in the air, and they're going to begin to strike at some of you.
oh no.
So let's see.
It was
who
nice knowing you all.
they're going to strike at. Who do they want to hit here? All right. The first person they're going to go at is Rick. So that is a total
He's the
of
brick.
22.
Against.
Just your AC.
That is a miss.
That is a miss. All right. And you got all your penalties accounted for as far as the off guard clumsy, correct?
I sure hope so.
Making sure. Well, no, it's 0G, but you have the mag boots on. But I think you still take those penalties unless mag boots say otherwise.
That's what I've been trying to find that out for the past 10 minutes.
Yeah, because I think the idea is like you're still kind of moving slowly in space, even though your feet are anchored. But okay, so yeah, it tries to strike at you, and then it's gonna try to strike at. We'll have it go after Hector.
Oh boy.
I don't think you have to worry, Hector. That's 15.
That misses.
Okay, so these vines strike at you, miss horribly, but then you see another vine come up very close to the creature, and it seems to like come out with this glowing golden light that surrounds the creature and does something. All right, so that's the end of round 1, and round 2 it's Orpho's turn. Or no, wait, it's Rick's turn.
Meg boots. In areas of 0 gravity, while wearing a pair of Meg boots, you can move your speed across metal surfaces and don't gain the untethered condition.
Okay, yeah, so I think that's a separate thing though, because untethered, there's 0G, which imparts a -1 for clumsy, and then off guard for the -2 AC. Untethered is just you can't move.
So I would have been hit that last round then.
I mean, if that makes sense to you based off of what I is in this adventure. 0G is clumsy, and off guard, and then untethered is just can't move.
Untethered. You're in zero gravity environment without means of movement and float without support. You can't take move actions unless they specify they can be used in your current environment. At the end of your turn, you move 5 feet in the last direction. Once you gain the means of moving in your environment, you lose this condition. Typically, a creature with the untethered condition in 0G also gains the clumsy and off-guard conditions while untethered.
Yeah.
So, if you're untethered, you're clumsy and off guard. I'm not untethered, so I'm not
Okay.
clumsy and off guard.
All right. That
Is the
sounds
way
good
I
to
read
me.
that? Okay.
That
so
sounds fine by
then
me.
I'm going to turn those off.
So it's your action. Top of round 2.
All right. My barrier goes away. Can you get rid of that? I don't know how.
Yeah, probably. Deleted.
All right. Man, I don't really have all that much other than shooting again. I will use my first 2 actions to do an area fire attack and a primary target attack. So I need a reflex save.
Hey, that's 22 reflex.
Shit.
That's enough. I thought that was a fail.
No, that is exactly what my
Oh, jeez.
area fire DC is. So you're going to take 3 points of piercing damage. And then I'm going to make another attack. Roll another 4 on the die. Cool. So that's a miss.
Oh, and I forget. Do I get an attack of opportunity here, right? Because you're using. Because I'm in range, and
Do you have reactive?
oh, that's
Do you
a
have
different.
that
Okay.
ability?
I don't. So never mind. Cool. Learning this as we go.
Yeah, not everybody has that ability anymore. You have
Oh,
to
good.
have the skill to do it. As my final action, I am down a little bit, I guess. I think I'm gonna wait at least another round to do that. So I'm going to use my third action to what's it called? Here, I'm gonna use an action to aid Hector on his next attack.
What?
I roll that when he attacks. FYI.
Okay. All right. So, and that's all of your turn.
Yep.
Okay. It is now. So yeah, that last shot that you took that hit doesn't seem like it faced the sample 62 at all, and it's immediately going to run, just start running. Boom, boom, boom. Feet hitting the metal hull, and it moves over towards Borfo, hops over the guns, and lands next to Borfo. That takes 2 of its actions. So with its third action, it's going to strike with its tail. The big forked tail comes flying around. Oh, that is a natural 20.
Oh no.
I would like to react.
Oh,
to
okay,
this.
react.
I
don't know what that means.
Possible. Yeah. I'm just making sure this doesn't have things that negates me from doing this. But I have that cool little move called hair trigger.
That is true.
A creature. I'm sorry. I'm kind of fighting against a migraine right now, so I'm getting those little black spots. So it's making it hard to read.
Ditto, man. I don't have a migraine, but I get it.
A creature within your first range increment uses a manipulate action or a move action, or makes a ranged attack, or leaves a square during a move action. So you've triggered my trap. So I'll take a shot with my laser rifle. a free reaction shot as he's moving. That's a 25.
AC, that's a hit.
And that's 6 fire damage.
Okay, 6 fire damage. And he does not like that. So you said 6?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so something I forgot to do last round, which I will do now. As Sample 62 throws its arms back in absolute pain, you see one of these leaf fronds come down over top of him and almost put him in a protective cone. Not completely cutting him off, but just giving him an extra shield, if you will. So he's going to have some cover at this point.
Oh. I don't like that.
Now he will strike with his tail as his final action. Where the hell did my tail go?
It should
On
be
your
right above
backside?
your butt.
Oh, there it is. Thank you. I don't know how I lost it. Oh, wait. So I rolled a natural 20 for that. So
Yep.
that was a total, and I, just for the purposes of critical whatevers, it's 37 to hit, which is
20
10
is a
over.
critical. If you roll a 20, it's a critical. It doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's just, now I forget how this works in this one. It's just you roll twice, correct? And then you add the bonus damage twice. Is it the same as in the original?
That's a great question.
Because I don't remember if it was different or not.
That's probably something we should know.
It is. Something I thought I looked up, but no matter how much you prepare for this damn game, there's always a dozen things that you didn't look up.
If I just select the crit option for an attack in Hero Labs, it just doubles the result.
Oh, so roll once and then multiply by 2?
Yeah.
By 2.
Okay. We will go with that as to not slow things down. So that is going to be, let's see, rolled 6. 26 points of piercing damage. And another result of this is that its tail wraps around you and you are now grabbed.
He hugged you.
Grappler became the grapplee.
And so that's the end of Sample 62's turn. And it is now on to Borfel. Call and answer.
Sorry, I'm just removing almost all of my health after that critical. And I came here to do a thing, and so I'm gonna do that thing. If he wants a hug, I'm gonna hug him back. And hope that I can actually do this. So
You're the grapple expert in this case, since you built him as a grapple character.
well, there's not a lot of grapple support in the playtest, so it's very easy to make something a grapple build. But let's see. I am attempting to grapple a creature object with your free hand. I attempt an athletics check against the target's fortitude. You can grapple a target you have already grabbed or restrained without having a free hand. On a critical success, the target is restrained. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on the condition that I should have done, which is grabbed.
My brain is going to explode right now.
Yeah.
I just have to. So I don't have the migraine, but I already had a headache creeping on since about, I don't know, we'll just say earlier in the day. Sounds good. And so it's just progressively been getting worse. And then right before 15 minutes before we're gonna sit down and start doing this, my son comes over and he's like, "Hey, I got a game idea I want to tell you about. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to be a good dad and listen. And he starts telling me it. I'm like, you're going to have to get a deck of cards and show me, thinking it would be later. So he immediately goes and grabs a deck of cards and starts showing me. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I kind of understand this, but I don't understand it at all. And I feel really stupid because it should be very simple. And my head's like just going exploding right now. And I'm getting that same damn feeling from looking at this grapple condition on this. And I'm just like, man, I think we had a pretty good grasp on Starfinder rules. And now my head is just like, I don't know what math is anymore. I don't know what words are.
That's very true. I don't like having to read 80 different boxes every time I want to make an action.
It's like I know we're gonna get there eventually, but we basically put the training wheels back on.
Don't worry, they'll change it for the full release.
I know. Oh
Right.
my god.
Actually, most like half of it is already like in Pathfinder 2nd Edition is already set in stone. So
Yeah, that's what I'm like reading some of this off of, but I know everything in the playtest rulebook is just going to be completely different.
yeah, probably. Alex, before to give you some more time, doubling and having damage. Sometimes you'll need to have or double an amount of damage, such as when the outcome of your strike is a critical hit. When this happens, you roll the damage normally, adding all the normal modifiers, bonuses, and penalties. Then you double or halve the damage as appropriate. When doubling, the GM might allow you to roll the dice twice and double the modifiers, bonuses, and penalties instead of doubling the entire result. This usually works best for single target attacks or spells at low levels when you have a small number of dice to roll.
So they're basically leaving
they
it up to
suggest a way, but then you can also do it the other way if you'd like, basically.
you. Okay. Well, it might be better. Like, I don't know. I was gonna say it could probably favor players more in the event that the first roll is really high, but then I guess that's not necessarily like it. So I guess it doesn't really matter. Just if I rolled max on my first roll, like of course you'd want me to roll again instead of just doubling.
I'm sure there's math somewhere of whether to roll twice or to just double it.
Yeah.
It's probably close enough where you don't. There's probably not that big of a deal.
All right. Well, so from what I can tell, me being grabbed gives me the clumsy and
Is like
off.
immobilized?
Yeah. It gives me immobilized and off guard. But I can still make a athletics check to become the grappler, just with those bonuses or penalties added in.
Okay. And I think you make that roll and it just goes to my fortitude bonus.
Fortitude DC, yeah.
I don't actually roll, it's just whatever my fortitude bonus is.
Yeah.
Fortitude bonus plus 10 is your DC, I believe.
Really? Huh, I thought it was just straight up.
Like 70% sure.
Fortitude. Oh no, that's the saving throw.
Yeah, all I have is attempt athletics check against the target fortitude's DC, but I don't know what that means specifically.
Oh boy, that's fun.
The ability calls for the DCC for a specific skill. You can calculate it by adding 10 plus your modifier for that.
Well, there you go. Unless they changed it.
Okay. Well, I'm scared, but I rolled a 27.
That is exactly enough.
Nice!
Oh, perfect.
Nice. Okay. So I grab hold of this tail that's grabbing me and I ring it around and like start to force him into submission. And then I think I'm gonna shoot him in the back.
Oh, that's cold, man.
Because he's got 4 legs, he's got 4 arms, because he's a weird skittermander. But he's got his rifle up top And he's like wrenching this thing's tail around with his lower arms. And so then I'm just gonna.
That's so weird.
Yeah, he's a weirdo. So yeah, I'll just shoot him in the back.
When you're the one grabbing, do you gain any conditions? How does that work?
I don't think so. I think when you grapple, you just endow them with a condition.
Oh. I'm sure we're doing this 100%.
No, I mean we've messed every rule up.
Sometimes we
Yeah.
haven't even acknowledged the rule.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that attack. That's a 21.
Against his regular AC, and then I take penalties for being grappled,
Off guard, I believe.
Yeah.
which is -2, I think.
-2 to AC. Yeah.
Okay, and then what was the other penalty that you take? Clumsy?
I had immobilized was the other one.
So am I
Which that
immobilized?
just reduces your yes.
Okay, but
When
there's
you are
no
grabbed, you are immobilized.
okay, but there's no penalty to AC from that. It's just the -2.
No, it's just you can't move.
You just can't move away
Okay.
until you escape from the grapple
All right.
or control the grapple.
And you said 21?
21 for the attack. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know
AC.
how. That's a miss.
What?
If it's -2 is all I'm taking.
Yeah.
Somehow that's a fucking miss.
I mean, he's grappling a thing that is larger than he is.
Is it point blank? You're firing point blank.
Basically, yeah.
It's a hit. It's a hit.
I mean,
I don't know how you
like,
missed
it's
that.
not like he's not like pinned. He's grappled. He's grabbed,
Yeah,
which means he's
I'm just
constantly
grabbing him.
fighting against
Okay.
being shot.
All right. You've convinced me, Kevin. It's a miss.
No, yeah, I think that's fair. This is
Okay.
a very dangerous situation he's
Yeah.
in. He's trying to fight something that's much larger than him and also point a rifle at it.
Yeah, and plus it's a rifle, which if it was a
Yeah.
pistol, maybe I'd give you a bonus, but the rifle, man, that'd be tough. Even with
Yeah.
the extra legs and arms and shit.
That's true. Yeah, it is close quarters combat here at this point. So okay. So yeah, you miss.
Yeah, and then I think I'm still gonna give that my last action to Trash to continue moving over to retrieve more of the nuclear material.
Oh, that's right. You have to go over to Hector. Okay. So yeah, if you want to move him, we'll just say he gets whatever standard is, 25, 30 feet.
25.
25.
25
Okay.
in this game. Yeah, they changed it to 25 for like default, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's just using his little robot paws to move him along the
Robot
ladder.
paws.
Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, it is Mardella's turn. He's seen a horrific fight occur 10 feet from you. Oh yeah,
Foe is
I'm gonna move
gushing
up.
blood.
I do need you to.
What?
No.
I'm sorry. I
He's-
do need you to.
He's grabbing that thing. What?
I do need you to roll your reflex save.
23.
23. All right. Yeah, a little more sure-footed on this now. No problem.
All right, cool. Yeah, so I see all this unfold in front of me. So I'm gonna run on up here and get in to be part of the action.
Okay. Now at that point,
and I'm gonna.
you are no longer on the ladder, so you're going to gain those
Oh,
untethered conditions.
Where does the ladder stop? Is like if I
It's-
move back one is
I would say you have a hand on the rung at that point. Right on top of the gun.
okay. All right, I will stop there, and I'm going to wildly swing at this thing with my club.
Okay.
I would like to do that twice, right? Yeah, because I have 2 more actions.
Yeah, just make sure that your attack is one action each, because I've missed that before.
The first attack is going to be a 20.
Let's see. So that AC penalty is still in effect, but that is a miss.
Okay. And second attack is even less. It's an 18.
That is also a miss, Mardella.
All right. All right. She's just she's grunting, trying to get some oomph behind her swing and just can't get it yet. So that's her turn.
All right. Oh yeah, and I did forget that he still has protection from the leaf fronds too. So
Oh yeah, this damn thing.
it is now Hector's turn.
What does Hector do?
Hector. Hector's gonna be a little bit bold and daring. Yeah, he's gonna jump over this other gun. Begin working on it.
Oh, you're gonna jump?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So give me that reflex save first.
Gotcha.
He
So
wants
that reflex
big
is a 21.
21. All right, you're good. So you are sure-footed. But the moment you leave that ladder,
Yes.
so in this situation, I believe what you would do is you would take the push-off action as a free action. You can float up to half your speed
free?
in a direction that you choose.
Okay.
Be aware, though, also, once you are floating, at the end of your turn, you will continue to float slightly, and this will be determined by how far you choose to move right now.
Well, I'm gonna move 15 right over
Okay.
the other gun there.
So you're going to launch yourself, and then at that point, you're going to need to take the grab and edge action, which is either an acrobatics or a reflex save in order to grab the other ladder and stop yourself.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So that'll be pretty easy.
Well, the biggest decision here is, do I want to use reflex or acrobatics? They're exactly the same. I'm gonna reflex saving to keep my footing a lot, so
Carefully.
My aid
do
was
an
to help you
acrobat.
shoot. I can't
know.
help you here.
encouragement, Brick. Encouragement.
I'm getting ready to launch myself into space, and you're criticizing
Wish me luck, buddy! Yeet! I got a 19 for acrobatics.
It was a what?
19 acrobatics.
All right, so you get your feet set, you line up your target, you launch across this 10-foot gap, which seems like a million miles at this point. You drift across, and you reach out with your feet to steady yourself, and you miss.
Uh-oh.
So
That's not good.
Uh-oh.
So at this point, you continue to move. You do have your full complement of actions, but you have missed. So I believe what you could do at this point is you're going to move beyond the ladder another 10 feet, since you said 10 feet. And then you can attempt to grab an edge again if you would like. But you cannot take the grab an edge action until you have moved at least 10 feet.
So
So
that
you-
would put me, what, 2 squares past the end of that gun?
Yeah, so I think you would be over here at this point.
Well, you still have an edge to grab onto there at least.
This is
Yeah.
true. Alright, let's try that old reflexy save there.
Oh no.
29.
29.
Oh, there
Yes.
it is.
I don't know what you hook around it, but you get your foot in that rung.
Tail.
Yeah, my tail.
Fear response. It's like, no!
You just hear like this, like the sound a cat would make over the radio as I miss my first grab. Just see me flailing.
Oh man, my heart was beating for that check, Eric.
Yeah. It's like, and you guys watch Hector float off into space, never to be seen again.
Well, technically, you still have the momentum of the ship going, towards that planet. So you'd be headed towards Berthetta. Is that where we're going?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So I just fall into the atmosphere and burn
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It wouldn't be a cold death, at least.
Hey.
Good. All right.
Everyone loves the warm embrace of death.
All right, and then so Hector's gonna use. That was a free action.
Yes.
No, free action to push off, an action to grab the leg.
Oh
right?
yeah, you're right.
So I've used one action.
Actually, I think grab an edge. Sorry, I think
Or
it's just a reaction. I think-
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a reaction.
Well, you can only take one reaction per round, right?
Oh,
Unless you have an ability that lets you do that.
that is correct. I forgot.
Kevin wants to see Hector float off into space.
Yeah.
This is a one shot.
Oh, it sounds like it.
Let's find out.
What are you finding out?
Find out what happens.
Oh, with the if you miss.
Yeah.
Well, technically that is a miss. So, you still have your 3 actions that you can take, though. I know I've got what happens right here in the adventure, Kevin.
You're dead. One of those title cards comes up that says, "You have died."
Push off is an action.
They must have changed it then, because it says free action right here in the adventure.
Which was written first, the playtest or the?
Yeah, I really don't know at this point.
Honestly, I would default to the rule book, but I don't know. That is probably a you decision, Chris.
So you're telling me that it is an action in the rule
In the
book.
book, pushing off is an action.
Okay. Well, then I guess we'll go with that. It's it's an action.
Oh, here we go. You can push off as a free action immediately after you make a successful melee strike or shove.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's an action, but you get it free if you're doing one of those other things.
Yes.
Okay. So in this case, it's an action, and then you used the grab an edge as a reaction, so you have 2 actions left.
Okay. So I'm gonna move over here to the gun, and you'll have to remind me, what was the check we used for me to sabotage / load in the material?
I'll have to look, but I think you missed that second grab. You missed the first grab an edge, and then I thought you could try it again, but you
Yeah, that's
can't
what
try
I'm
it
trying to
again. It's a reaction, and you only get 1 reaction per round.
Right.
Correct. So
Correct.
he wouldn't be able to.
Grab an edge. It is a reaction. Correct. And you only get 1 reaction per turn, unless you have an ability that says otherwise.
So I would say at this point you have 2 actions left that you can try to use to do something else other than get back over the gun.
I am going to. I think I can do this. Tell me
I
if I
believe-
can't.
I believe in
I'm going to cast one of my Witch Warper spells.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gecko Grip.
Okay. I forget what it does, but it sounds cute.
Gecko Grip. Tiny clinging hair sprout across the creature's hands and feet, offering purchase on nearly any surface. The target gains a climb speed equal to its speed.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to do that, yeah. And that's a... I think that's just a...
That might be 2 actions. Most spells are 2 actions.
It's 2 actions.
Yeah.
And it is... Yeah, I'm just going to use both actions to do that. It doesn't have a... There's no die next to it, so I don't know if it's just a use.
Yep.
Okay.
You just cast it. That's it.
Alright, so I cast Gecko Grip.
All right, so you have Gecko Grip. We still have to find out if you can grab
Right.
the edge. Okay. All right.
I'm basically prepping for my next attempt.
Okay, cool. All right, so Hector in a precarious situation still, and now you see these leaf fronds begin to move again. And they're going to go after... Really wants to go after Borfo, but got his homeboy grabbed. Going to go after Rick and Mardella.
What?
So one of these vines comes up for Rick. That is a 31 against your AC.
What? 31?
Yes.
That is not a critical.
Okay.
God.
It's going to strike down. Okay. Yeah, that's 16 points of slashing damage.
That's too much.
Oh, holy crap.
Mardella, you're swinging this club, and out of the corner of your eye, you see one of these leaf fronds shoot, towering over your head, and come swinging down at you. That
Okay.
is 26 against your AC.
It hits.
Oh my gosh. That's 16 points of slashing damage again.
Oh my. All right. Yeah, like she doesn't say it out loud, but like in her head after this happens, she's like, I'm getting rid of all of my houseplants. Like she's over it.
And then as the final action of this thing, you see that the leaves that are surrounding Sample 62 begin to glow again. And Borfo, you're probably the one who really notices Mardella's busy getting her head smacked around. But you can kind of see some of the damage on his body begin to heal slightly.
Ow.
And that is the end of the round. It is round 3. Rick, you're reeling from a terrible slice.
I am. So, what still needs to be done on the top here?
You've got one gun sabotaged. You need to sabotage the other 3
The
guns.
one next to me.
No, the one.
Yeah,
the one next
that
to you has
one
been
was
sabotaged.
sabotaged.
Yeah. And just to remind everybody what that entails, it's like 2 checks in order to get it done.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you got to shove the material in, and there's a couple of checks, which I will find again.
Oh.
11 pages, can't find anything. Go ahead.
Also, just a reminder, Hector's the only one with any of that radioactive material, so if he floats away, you guys have nothing.
Oh my god.
Doesn't the robot?
Oh no.
No.
No,
the robot's
I had it
gonna
all.
get it.
Oh.
Yeah, he was making his way over. I think you need to save. You gotta save Hector. That's the biggest thing.
I'm going
Yeah,
to.
Kevin, I know you wanted
Is-
Eric's character to die. But
Is
sorry.
is this metal right here, Chris?
You can walk on all of that. Yeah, I mean
All right.
that's technically down in the room below, but the whole top of this you can walk on. It's a metal hull. There's I see what you're asking, like the leaves and stuff. Yeah, you can find metal anywhere you basically need to.
Okay, so that's one. This is one action, and then 2 action. 3rd action, grab Hector
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
with his
Alright.
gecko hands or whatever.
Now, Hector, do you want to resist the grab?
Hector is so relieved to see that Brick came to help him that as soon as Brick reaches out, Hector grabs his arm and like has a death grip on his wrists, both of them. And
he pulls me
if
off.
you could see it, yeah.
No, I got the.
And he's just like, "Thanks, buddy."
Let's get you. Don't you ever do that again. Pulls you to the ladder thing.
trust me, I'm never jumping in 0G again as long as I live.
Man, that's cool.
Okay.
And that is my 3 actions.
That is your 3 actions. It's on to Sample 62's turn. So currently grappled, is going to try to get out of this, which is, we said an athletics check. I just got to beat your fortitude.
DC.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 10 plus your fortitude.
I'm
Alright,
sure it's going to be very easy for this thing to do that.
I rolled very low. So that is a 20.
45.
Rolled a 20. 20.
Fortitude save DC is, well, with my hug bonus is 20.
Okay, hold on. So do I take any... I don't think I take anything to athletics as far as the
Off
condition,
guard is
right?
just -2 to AC.
Dexterity. I don't know if that dexterity affects athletics automatically. No, okay. -2 to attack, combat maneuver checks. Does this count as a combat maneuver check? Oh wait, this must be old Pathfinder. Yeah, that's old stuff. So yeah, if there's no other penalties, then I grapple you now, or I just break free.
Break
you
free.
would.
Break
Well,
free.
no, you're gaining control of the grapple and then giving me the grappled condition. Otherwise, you would be trying to make an escape attempt with an acrobatics check.
Okay.
What did you roll? Athletics?
I rolled athletics. I just wanted to escape. So,
Take the roll and add your acrobatics.
so 17.
Well, then that's a failure.
Okay, so he is still trapped, but he can
Figured it
still
out, boys.
attack and everything. He just takes penalties.
He takes a lot.
He
I don't know.
is immobilized and off guard.
Okay, so -2 to.
What is immobile?
I just can't move.
Is that it?
I believe
You
it's
can't use any actions that have the move trait.
okay.
Oh.
Okay, so I can still attack though. So he's trying to get away, can't get away. Gonna go ahead and yes, he's just gonna attack. So he's got Borfo in range, Mardella in range. Ooh, and Trash is in range.
Not trash.
Trash.
Okay. Gonna claw at Borfo. So a -2 because of off guard or whatever it is.
Off guard, yeah.
So it's Price. I said claw, right? Okay.
Does
So it's a 29 against AC. I don't know if you have any other bonuses as far as cover or anything, but it's 29 with the -2.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. So that's 13 points of slashing damage.
just like a simple strike?
Yeah, it's just a claw.
Do you know what traits it has?
This attack,
Yeah.
agile and reach.
Okay.
Then it's gonna go after Mardella with its tail. Oh, okay. 24 against your AC?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so that's tail.
Oh shit.
That's 14 points of damage.
God.
No, wait.
All
So
right.
14 points of damage, and you're grabbed with my tail. But I'm also grabbed by Borfo. So I don't know if I can actually do that by the
That
The
seems
rules.
not likely.
Okay. So we'll just say that it's a hit, but no grab.
I mean, I'm just maintaining a grab on the creature. I don't see why the creature couldn't hold on to somebody else.
Oh no, hold on. I gotta revise
Long-ass
that.
tail.
I gotta revise that. I think I said 24 to your AC.
Yeah.
But I have to take that penalty, so it's 19 to AC.
Then no.
Okay, so I can't hit. It will try again as it uses its tail. The only other thing in reach is again you. It's gonna try to bite Mardella. So this is a -8 at this point.
The bite has reach too.
Yes.
Oh my god.
28.
Yep.
Is that right? That is right. Okay.
28 with a -8.
Yeah, I
That's
rolled
crazy.
a 19. Jeez,
On
this
the
is way,
die.
this is way too much math.
Three,
So that's 14
nine, 14.
points as it bites, sinks its teeth into that beef jerky flesh.
Beef jerky. Hey, you respect. Put some respect on Mardella's name.
Just for fun. Okay, so there's an ability that he gets. I don't think it's going to come into play here. But do you have? Let's see, I get to absorb any one of your characteristics, not your beef jerky skin, but you have any abilities, any senses, resistances?
Oh.
Yeah, you have any cool things that I can steal?
I mean, like
Wait,
sealed
shouldn't
where I
that
won't have it?
No,
Shouldn't
I
the
just
attack
copy
have
it.
had a lot more penalties on it? Am I crazy? That was the third attack attempt, right?
Yeah, and I rolled a
That was
19.
-10.
Yeah, it's a -10 plus
Oh.
a -2 because you're off.
That's
guard
right.
or
Okay.
whatever.
So what did I
Off
say? I
guard
said
only. Yeah.
so I said 11. I said 28. So
Or, I'm
minus
sorry.
2.
It's -8.
Yeah, I got that. And then
Bad job.
20. No, actually it's -10. I'm sorry. There's so many, like each of these abilities have different things. So it's -10. So
Right.
so it's 26, then -2 for being grappled. So that's 24. And then are there any other penalties that I'm missing? I got
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's 24. This is a hit or a miss.
It still hits.
Okay.
So, yeah, why don't you go ahead and steal some shit while you fuck me over?
Only if I can get your consent.
I don't think that's how it works.
He says,
I- oh my god.
What?
It's just, I just give him my club. No.
Does it actually
but
gain
anyway.
like abilities?
yeah.
Does it specify what kind of abilities?
Yeah, it just says creature's characteristics, gaining one of the following abilities: any precise or imprecise senses, resistance to one type of damage, speed, the ability to understand any language, fast healing.
Give it the your Egyptian language or whatever. Syriani.
Oh, yeah. You want my Egyptian language?
Sure, it'll take your Egyptian language.
It's Assyrian.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So yeah,
I mean-
sinking its teeth into your bloodstream and absorbing your Syrian language. I think that's
crazy.
all of its actions. It's Borfo's turn. You still got this thing by the tail or something.
Oh my gosh.
No, he doesn't because
Yeah.
the tail attacked.
Oh, that's right.
How does this guy look, by the way? He's been healing.
Like you?
Is he like just chill while we're? Yeah, he looks like me with that beef jerky skin. But like, is he looking like fine?
He's taken a pretty significant amount of damage, and Borfo, when he noticed the healing, whatever glow, it only like slightly healed up his wounds. But you've done
All
a
right.
fairly significant amount of damage. It's hard to tell, though. I understand because this thing came at you with its chest split open and its ribs sticking out.
Right.
But you know,
Yeah.
given that information, you know that it's taken a lot of a beating.
Okay, so last round, Orpho re-engaged this grapple he tried to shoot the thing and missed. So, actually, hold on. Do I need to maintain the grapple?
Sure.
Until the end of your next turn, unless you move or your target escapes. So, yeah, I should maintain the grapple. So I'm going to attempt to do that. Maintaining the grapple with my Hugmaster trait. Don't fail me now. 31.
It still has that cover from the leaf fronds, but I think that's definitely yeah, success.
Yeah, that's 17 on the die. So I maintain the grapple for another round, and then I'm going to use my second action to aim my laser rifle at this thing, and then I'm gonna use my third action to fire.
Okay. So I think, given the penalties from being grappled, but the cover from the leaf fronds, they cancel out. So I think it's just regular unmodified AC at this point.
Okay. So then we will take this first and only shot. That is a 31 with my laser rifle.
Yep, that is a success.
Okay.
Critically?
So then
Nope.
that is 21 damage. That's 10 fire damage and 11 precision damage.
Okay.
Nice.
You said a total of 21.
Total of 21.
Okay. Damn, that's a hell of a hit. And then we'll go ahead and take that out.
Oh, I guess that's all considered fire damage.
It would be considered precision fire damage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Mardella, I was just asking. That was, I mean, this thing is singed, burned, clearly very much almost dead. After that hit.
Nice.
Excellent.
Okay. And so is Borfo.
No. Oh God.
Borfo looks probably just as bad as this thing does.
Oh no.
He's also got a couple of ribs sticking out of his spacesuit.
Brother!
And that's all 3 of my actions, so I'm done.
All right, Mardella. What you gonna do?
Since I'm not planning on moving, do I need to do a reflex save or am I good?
You're still holding onto the ladder, so yeah, you're good.
Yeah. Okay. Yep, I am going to stay where I am and do a 1, 2, 3 swing with my club. First attack is a 27 to hit.
That's a hit.
Alright, that'll be 12 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Second attack is an 11 to hit.
I'll let you guess.
Yeah, alright. And then third...
Before you take
What?
a third
Oh, does it
attack at
stop?
a minus
Oh,
10,
okay.
you can also assist your Borfo friend on his next attack, or grapple, or whatever.
What do you mean by assist him with his...
You can take the assist action.
Aid action.
Aid action.
Okay.
Which,
Then I will wait.
no.
or
so
do it
you
now?
say what you are going to aid him with, and then when he does the thing, you would roll a skill check or an attack roll or whatever is appropriate. Or you can do something else on your character sheet. That's one action. I don't know. But generally, hitting at a minus 10 probably not going to be very good against a single target boss, because he probably
Right.
has an AC in the mid to early 20s.
Right.
I would say.
Yeah. Okay. I'll aid Borfo, and
You can aid him in maintaining the grapple somehow. You can maybe by distracting him or something. Or you can aid him on his next attack.
okay, I will aid him in his next attack, I guess. Yeah, attack.
All right.
All right.
All right, Hector, you're up.
Um,
We're currently doing the what's the one movie where they do the hand thing? Predator?
Hand thing.
oh, the
Yeah.
yeah.
But instead of we're standing next to each other, you're like flying away.
Yeah. So Hector's going to move over to try and load in some of these materials into this gun and do these 2 checks that
Okay.
I don't remember what those 2 checks were.
Okay. Now, wait, hold on. So he grabbed you, but does your ability, whatever your
Gives
little
him
cat hairs
climb
give?
speed.
Okay. But you're still considered untethered and everything.
Well, he's got Kevin's character
I mean-
holding him to the
okay.
ship. So
Okay.
I would say he's no longer
With Meg boots.
untethered.
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay, then we will skip the check. So, for the reflex, and of course, again, here's this stuff. It requires 2 interact actions. So you got to use 2 interact actions, and then you have to succeed at a DC 20 check of your choice. Basically, anything that would apply to sabotaging guns.
Okay.
Since this is a ship with leaves on it, you can use nature as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll list what's right in here: Arcana, crafting, computers, nature, thievery.
Alright, I'll do a nature check. Oh, 27 nature.
You got it, baby.
Alright. And then
Guess I would leave you with one more action.
one more action. Yeah. Would it? Would be an action to split the remaining nuclear material and give half of it to Brick, just in case.
Yeah, I'd say you could do that.
Alright, then I'll do that as my 3rd action.
All right.
So that way I'm not the only one with the material.
Okay. So Rick has some of the rods. I think normally
Yeah,
you would
dude.
make normally you'd make a radiation check here, but we'll skip it.
Oh, right.
Okay, so it is now
I rolled a
the.
17 on the die.
That's probably good enough with your fortitude.
I agree.
So it is now the ship's turn. A couple
That's a
of leaf-
30.
Oh, you failed it.
No!
The leaf fronds are going to be very interested in Mardella and Borfo again, as the sample 62 kind of cries out psychically to the ship. So the first attack we'll do against Mardella, which that is pathetically low roll. A 16.
No.
No, you sound like Mrs. Doubtfire.
No.
And then the second attack against Borfo is a 25.
Oh boy.
I'll just ask. This is with all of the penalties that are supposed to be present, right?
Yeah, except in this case, this particular
It's the ship that's hitting me, not the thing.
Yeah, so this actually does not take a multiple attack penalty.
Okay, well then I'm dead.
That's
You have one
Is
hit
there?
11
Yeah, I had-
slashing.
I have 1 hit point left.
point. Yeah, you have 0. You
Oh,
are now. Hey, we can get into the death and dying
Wait.
rules. Here we
Oh
go.
wait, you had 1 left. Now you're at 0. Okay.
So you're dying 1. That wasn't a crit, right?
No.
Good. Did you take the die hard or death? What is it called? There's like a-
No, I took the die easy
Die hard.
feature.
On, I think it's your turn, you'll roll a flat check of 10 plus your dying value.
I attempt a recovery check at the start of my turn each round to determine whether I get better or worse. My dying condition increases by 1 if I take damage while dying, or by 2 if I take damage from an enemy's critical hit or a critical failure on my save.
Yep.
If I lose the dying condition by succeeding at a recovery check, I'm still at 0 hit points. I'm unconscious, but I can wake up as described in the condition. You lose the dying condition automatically and wake up if you ever have 1 hit point or more. At any time you lose the dying condition, you gain the wounded 1 condition or increase your wounded condition. So there we go.
All right. So the 2 vine strikes and then another one of these glowing golden light pods seem to restore his health just a little bit. And that is the end of the round. It's the next round, and it's Rick.
Oh, jeez. So what is your robot doing?
Nothing now.
Oh. Right, because you need to give it an action.
Yeah.
So I have some of these rods and I can... Alright, I'm going to take an action and do battle medicine on myself. I can use assurance to automatically pass and get 2d8 hit points back. I heal myself for 7 hit points. I'm going to just move in front of this gun and take a shot at this thing. If I could get a reflex save, please.
There's a 28.
Damn it. Stop rolling so high.
Real.
Well, I'm also used to these bonuses being like +2, +3, +4. So I don't even know like if they're good or not.
Jesus. That's 2 points of piercing damage. I get an attack roll. Oh wait, no, I can't. I gotta go move back where I was. That is a 20 something.
Something's important.
27 against your AC.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit.
If you successfully hit your primary target with this strike, and the target rolls a success against your area fire or auto fire action, they get a failure instead. Oh, I get it.
Yay.
Oh, I don't. Okay, that makes sense. So that's actually a failure. Your pass was a failure now.
Okay.
So that is, instead of 2 points, you take 5 points of damage.
Okay, I don't get it, but I'll take it. What kind of damage is that?
Okay, so this is basically So, what I'm supposed to be doing, now that I've read the entire paragraph and haven't been doing it correctly, you roll a check. I make the attack. I roll a d20 and add my attack roll. If you pass and my attack roll exceeds your AC, your pass turns into a failure.
Okay. All right, so that's 5 points of piercing damage.
That is 5 points of piercing damage instead of 2.
All right. You see the shots clink off of this back of this creature, and it turns around and looks at you.
I run away. I'm out of action.
Okay, out of action, so it is now Sample 62's turn. No longer grappled. It's going to take a strike with its claws at Mardella. So that's 20. Yeah, it's a 31.
Oh no, that might be a crit.
How much above crit?
10.
10
How
above.
much?
10.
Yeah, it's a crit.
Oh, shit. Okay.
No,
So that's.
this got really bad.
So that's 20 points of piercing damage.
I'm still up, but yeah, that hurts a lot. 20.
And then it's going to move over to, let's see, 10.
Before you, or yeah,
Ooh.
no, never mind. Hold on.
Because it turns into a failure, it is suppressed.
Oh, what does that mean?
Minus
So,
10 to your speed and a minus 2 to your to hit.
okay.
Oh, so that makes it not a critical?
Maybe 29.
Or-
What is 29, Des?
29 would not be critical.
Okay. So what was that then?
It would have been 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Yeah.
10 instead of 20.
Yeah. And I have
Okay.
minus 10 to my speed.
Minus 10 feet to your speed.
Okay. Well, then that might be very bad for Mardella.
What? Why?
Okay, so what was my speed again? I think it's 25. Yeah, 25. Okay, no, I can get there. So, not too happy with Rick, though he's able to get within striking range. Gonna use the old tail again.
Wait 1 second.
Yep.
How is
One
that-
second. So I do have reactive strike.
Yes.
So can I go ahead?
You do.
All right.
Yep.
So I gotta find it again. I've been all over my sheet. For my reactive strike, that is gonna be a 22 to hit.
Minus. Oh, wait, never.
Minus 2 for my AC because it's suppressed.
No, it's minus 2 to attack.
Oh, okay. 22 is a miss.
Okay, I tried.
So it moves over. It's going to strike with its tail at Rick, which is minus 5. So a 24 AC.
24 against my AC.
Yeah.
That is defeated by 1.
All right. That's 12 points of piercing damage, and you are now grabbed.
What?
Yes. Tail has plus grab. And that's the end of Sample 62's turn. It is now Orpho's turn.
All right. Give us that recovery check.
1 times DC equal to 10 plus your current dying value. So flat check is DC 11.
And what do you use to roll that? What bonus?
D20. No
Oh,
bonus.
it's just a okay, flat check. All
Flat.
right.
Yeah.
It's like a 50-50 shot about.
That's a natural 20.
Oh,
He's good. You're
do
good.
you just wake up with a nat 20?
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Critical success, your dying value is reduced by 2. Regular success, your dying value is reduced by 1. So it wouldn't be a critical because.
Well, it is. It just doesn't do
Oh.
anything.
Okay.
I
You're
just
at
don't
dying
get
one.
any bonus from it.
Like if he was dying 2, he would have come up. He would be back to 0.
Oh, but isn't he back to 0 now then?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a moot point. It was just still a critical.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'd be cool if you just.
Like a cow's opinion.
I mean, I
Sure,
like.
there's some homebrew people that do that where they crit on a dying one, they get like a hit point back or something.
Well, I like that in the situation that
Well,
you should get something for that.
Well, he's coming back at 1 hit point, and that thing is going to take an action before he gets a chance to act.
Yeah, but it's holding you on the other side of the ship.
I'm gonna say in this special circumstance that you can pop back up should you like, Borfo.
At 1?
Yeah, with the 20, that 20.
Take the wounded 1 condition.
Right. Yeah.
Because if you go back down, you go to dying 2. If you have the wounded condition.
Gotcha.
So you go.
All right.
It's wounded. Your wounded score plus 1 is the dying condition.
All right. And you said it's my turn, so that would I don't have any more actions, right? I just get that 1 check.
I'm gonna say I don't know what the rules are. I'm gonna say for our adventure
Well,
today.
It's a homebrew thing, so there are
I'm
no
gonna-
rules.
Yeah, I'm gonna say for our adventure here that you used an action to wake back up. So you have 2 actions left.
Okay. Let me see what my gun is at. It is empty. So
Oh, jeez.
I'm going to use I don't know. I don't think I can do any damage to this thing now.
You have like no ammo or need to reload?
We found this gun on the ship, so it had the battery that was in it. So yeah, I mean, I can take a shot. I'll draw one of my pistols. As I draw the pistol, I'll take aim. Because I have instinctive aim. When I interact with the gun to draw it, I can aim with it. And then I'll take 1 shot with a pistol. That's kind of the best thing I can do right here.
Does he have the range?
I'm like 25 feet away, I think.
Let me double check. Pistol range is 60 feet.
Okay, you got this.
That's a 13 on the die is 28.
That's a hit. That's a success.
Piercing. This is 15 damage.
You, sir, just killed this thing.
Yeah!
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And then Borfo drifts off into the forever sleep.
No, no, because I think next up it's my turn, but it might not matter. I've got some some stuff to try and help. I've got some tactical med patches. Would that be a thing that could help? I don't have any
I
serums.
believe as long as it does hit point stuff, yeah.
It does.
I mean, I'm not
okay.
actually dying. I'm just saying he's very hurt.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't like seeing you hurt. Like, Mardella doesn't like seeing Borfo hurt, so she pulls out, like, a little side pocket with, like, a small first aid kit. Just like a old grandma would do. She pulls out this med patch and says, "Come here, sweetie." And she, like, sticks it on your worst spot. Like, you probably look beaten quite a few times, but that's going to be 3d6 plus 6 for your hit points. Do you want to roll that, or do you want me to?
I rolled it. It's all ones.
Nope, lies.
I actually rolled a 3-3-4
I'll
if you
roll
want
it.
that.
I rolled. It's 19 hit points. Yeah.
Okay, so Mardella, you're hopping down and taking care of Borfo. This thing releases its tail around Rick.
He pushes it off.
Okay, you push it off, and it starts to drift over here to the port side of the ship. And as it comes close to those leaf fronds, they kind of like wrap around it, and
Oh no.
and like close up.
We gotta hurry up. We're gonna stay in initiative?
No, we can drop out of initiative at this point.
Okay. We
Yeah.
gotta hurry
Book
up
it.
before that thing comes back. I'm sure it's not dead.
Yeah.
Hector's kind of like, "You're right," and then Hector's like, "Get us over to those other guns," and like hops on you like piggyback style.
Didn't you still need to finish this one?
And I thought we did.
You used your last action to hand me rods. Giggity.
Right. Okay, so I do need to do another check on this one, don't I?
Yeah. And you can climb now.
No, at this point, you don't have to, like, you don't necessarily have to do checks, because you have plenty of time. So
Oh, okay.
you will be successful at this point.
Okay. So
Oh.
yeah,
Okay.
I hang out for the couple seconds for him to finish, and we start walking. He grabs onto me with his climbing gecko hands or whatever.
Yeah.
we make our way across. How's everybody doing?
Pretty bad.
Let me see what I can do.
Yeah. Not feeling too hot.
Well, I guess it'd be kind of weird to do this out in the middle of space, I guess.
You're putting band-aids on my spacesuit.
Yeah. On your little like helmet, on your glass helmet.
Basically.
There you go. So yeah. While excuse me. I'll let Hector do his thing because he knows how to do it. Well, you said there was a bunch of checks that I didn't have or have very high checks, so I'm going to assume that I'm going to have to give these back to Hector.
All right, so yeah, you've destroyed. You sent the creature off to its death, but the leaf fronds wrapping around is a little concerning. You hurry quickly to sabotage the rest of the weapons, and then you guys are free to return to your starship with the plan set in motion. Captain Imaz, she signals you from the bridge of whatever the hell the ship is called at this point. And she says, thank you for all that you've done. You guys are true heroes. Please make sure that my message gets delivered to the Zeta Wardens on the Verdant Paradise.
Yes, ma'am.
And there's kind of like a longing, sad look in her eyes as she's looking at you from across the view screen. And then she nods and turns the screen off. You guys begin to pilot the ship away through no ability of your own. You ask the robot that is flying your ship, doing
Yep.
the weird robotic Egyptian dance.
Yep.
I will attempt to lead us away from the ship. It's pretty sad and pathetic because, you know, it does a horrible job of piloting, but manages to get you away. And thank you. Nobody ever compliments me. Eventually, you see the dark black of space lit up with the explosions as they work their way from the engine part of the ship forward to the bridge. And it is engulfed in flames. Once you get back to Berthetta, you find the Verdant Paradise. The Xeno Wardens reach out to you immediately. They give you some money for your trouble.
I like
but they
money.
also ask you to keep silent, noting that any information on this creature and its planet of origin could spark undue and unnecessary interest, be it corporate or public. And you're all thanked for destroying this incredibly dangerous creature, and they want to reassure you that you're all heroes, even if nobody in the Pact Worlds will ever know it.
Of course.
And that's the end of that adventure.
Ardella walks away with that skydiving song playing in the background.
Oh, what?
Was it I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing. I'm living a long life for Captain Amos.
Thank you to Sirenscape for helping us immerse you into the worlds we explore with amazing music and sound effects. Check them out at Sirenscape.com to add them to your adventures as well. And thank you to our patrons for helping fuel us throughout the galaxy. We sincerely can't thank you enough for your continued support. If you'd like to become a patron or find out more about us, visit www.adventureawaitspod.com. We'd love to have you aboard. Until next time, adventurers.